Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, a special thank you to every single one of you who has become a subscriber, who's supported me on Substack, Patreon, YouTube, or who has otherwise supported my work. I want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you. Germany is actively militarizing, and if that doesn't sound like a red flag, then maybe we didn't really learn any history lessons. Germany is now on the track to build the fourth largest army in the world. What could possibly go wrong?
Our army is not strong enough, so that's the reason why we are spending a lot of money, more than ever before, after the Cold World War, so that we are spending a lot of money which we have to borrow. We changed our constitution, and we are seeing a big threat.
How powerful the Bundeswehr should be, and even whether it should exist at all, has been fiercely debated ever since it was founded. As an institution, it has only existed since 1955, and it was preceded by the Wehrmacht, of course, from 1935 to 1945, the Weimar Republic's Reichswehr from 1919 to 1935, and before that, the Imperial German Army. When the Soviet Union and its allies took control of Germany after the end of World War II, they dissolved the Wehrmacht and banned German military uniforms and symbols. The country was prohibited from having an army in case it could be misused in the same way as the Wehrmacht. Slowly but surely, those historic lessons are being brushed aside. A new reality sets in. You see, history has a tendency to repeat itself.
Aber zu Taurus ist alles gesagt, aber es ist eine richtige Analyse. Wir brauchen Waffensysteme, die weit auch in die Tiefe des russischen Raumes erreichen, die angreifen können, Depots, Führungseinrichtungen, Flugplätze, Flugzeuge. Wir haben ja viele dieser.
Politico reports Germany is spending 83 billion euros to rearm its military. That's 83 billion euros spent on military, to militarize, just as Germany is cutting its social spending programs. If you needed better proof of Mer's priorities of his goals, look no further. This is the largest procurement drive since the Cold War. But here's the twist. Only 8% of that money is going to American defense companies. The rest is staying in Europe. As Germany is in its third consecutive year of recession, boosting military spending is likely its only way of staying somewhat afloat. Its heavy industries that are struggling to stay competitive are now hoping that the defense spending will give them a boost. For example, shares in the steel sector have shot up since Merz announced his focus on militarization of Germany. For decades, the United States has been Europe's go-to weapons supplier. But this new shift from Berlin could signal something far more strategic and controversial. Let's dive into why Germany is spending so much, why all of a sudden it appears to be turning its back on U.S. defense contractors, and what this means for the global arms race. At the core of the issue is a well-known fact. Germany's military is simply not ready for high-intensity conflict. Germany is facing substantial recruitment issues, with only very few wanting to join the German military. So as it seeks further confrontation with Russia, it sees that to wage war on a nuclear superpower, it is not in a great shape. In response, Berlin pledges a dramatic turnaround, announcing a 100 billion euro special fund to rebuild its military from the ground up. Now, we're seeing exactly how the money is being spent and who's benefiting too. We just need to follow the money. A procurement plan shared by Politico outlines 154 major defense projects scheduled for approval between September 2025 and December 2026. Under German law, all defense contracts above 25 million euros must be reviewed by Parliament. So this list isn't just a draft, this is effectively a roadmap. The numbers are very, very revealing. I will share some of them with you. Only 6.8 billion euros out of the total 83 billion euros, that's around 8%, is going to American companies, but the bulk of it is being pumped into European defense firms, with German companies taking the lion's share. Let's break down where that money is going. The biggest ticket item is a 26 billion euro frigate program known as F-127, led by German shipbuilding plant TKMS. These warships will give Germany's Navy long-range air and missile defense capabilities, and the contract is staying 100% domestic, 100% in Germany. Then there is the Eurofighter Tranche 5, a major boost to Europe's fighter jet fleet. Produced by Airbus, BAE Systems, and Leonardo, Germany plans to spend 4 billion euros on new jets and another 1.9 billion euros on upgraded radar systems. That's nearly 6 billion euros to strengthen European airspace power. Next, armored vehicles. Over 3.4 billion euros is earmarked for Boxer vehicles, built by Rheinmetall and KNDS, again European firms. Another 3.8 billion euros goes to a new wheeled tank destroyer, and details haven't been announced. Add to that hundreds of millions for frigate upgrades, for submarine combat systems, and everything in between. This is not piecemeal spending. This is a full-spectrum modernization of Germany's armed forces across land, across sea, air, and of course, cybersecurity too. Clearly, this shift reflects more than just procurement preferences. This is about strategic autonomy, about gaining a degree of independence, the idea that Europe should be able to defend itself without relying on the United States. Now, of course, this is wishful thinking. Europe is in no position to do that. However, at the same time, we do see Germany begin taking active steps toward that goal. And that idea, of course, is now gaining traction and gaining traction fast. Europe has been worried about just how reliable American support is. In the EU, defense budgets aren't controlled by Brussels, by the way, they're controlled by national governments. So Merz, Chancellor Merz, is effectively building a European defense industrial base that can stand on its own. What's noteworthy here is that Germany isn't alone. Across Europe, countries are boosting their defense spending, but Berlin's 83 billion euro plan is by far the most detailed and the most ambitious one. Let me know what you think about Germany militarizing and whether you see any red flags associated with that. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you for joining me for this video. I hope that you consider supporting my work. Become a subscriber on YouTube, Substack, and Patreon. I would love to see you on my alternative social media platforms. You will find them linked below. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.